President Donald Trump signals he may reject new proposals from Iran, opposing a plan to reopen the Strait of Hormuz first and delay nuclear talks. U.S. media say back-channel diplomacy continues, with the next few days seen as critical. Iran says the U.S. can no longer dictate terms to independent nations. Defense spokesman Reza Tlaibek says Washington must abandon what Tehran calls illegal and unreasonable demands. The White House says it will not be rushed into a ceasefire deal with Iran as talks continue, stressing any agreement must safeguard U.S. security and prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Iran warns the crisis remains a state of war despite the ceasefire, with forces on round-the-clock surveillance and combat readiness. An army spokesperson says any new attack will face different tools, methods and battle arenas. Former FBI Director James Comey is reportedly indicted again, with CBS News citing charges linked to a social media post critics tied to threats against U.S. President Donald Trump. The U.S. Senate blocks a Democratic bid to limit Donald Trump's authority over potential military action against Cuba as a war powers resolution fails in a 51-47 vote. U.S. President Donald Trump welcomes King Charles III and Queen Camilla to the White House, opening their U.S. state visit with full military honors. The ceremony signals renewed momentum in the UK-US alliance. King Charles III tells the US Congress the UK and US will remain united in defending democracy, despite global uncertainty and divisions over the Iran conflict. King Charles III uses his U.S. visit to blend diplomacy and security messaging, meeting tech leaders including Tim Cook and Jeff Bezos, while stressing NATO unity. Lebanon's Prime Minister Nawaf Salam accuses Israel of a war crime after an airstrike kills at least 5 in Majtal zone, including paramedics responding to an earlier strike, and vows to raise the issue internationally. Gulf states condemn Iran over Hormuz tensions, warning against disrupting trade routes and calling for freedom of navigation and enhanced regional defense cooperation. Canada unveils a spring economic plan to boost jobs, housing and clean energy, including a $2 billion Canadian program to train 100,000 workers and reforms to support housing supply. The U.S. imposes sanctions on 35 Iranian entities and individuals, with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying the move targets illicit financial networks moving billions of dollars. Acting U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Julie Davis, is set to leave Kyiv after leading the mission since last year, creating a key vacancy as Washington denies policy disagreements. Qatar backs Pakistan's mediation in Iran-US talks, praising Islamabad's role and supporting diplomacy. Doha says efforts continue through mediators to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and protect regional security. The Canadian Football League will begin its season in May from 2027 and expand playoffs to 8 teams, introducing new formats to enhance competition and engagement. And Spotify posts a record start to 2026 with €4.5 billion in quarterly revenue and 293 million paying subscribers, but weaker guidance for next quarter raises fresh concerns that growth is slowing.